Well, hey my friends, it's Catherine. We just wrapped up a fabulous masterclass with Concord and Ninth, and I was inspired to do a video based on their theme of unexpected layering. So I have some of their awesome products. I have the Florist Stamp Set, I have the Blossom die, and I have the All About You dies. I know I'm using the Blossom. I'm not so sure about these two. We'll see what happens. I have an idea of what technique I'm going to do, but I don't know how I'm going to be finishing off the card. So we're going to start out with Tutti Frutti, It's a Girl, Tiara, Garden Party, and Lime Ricky. I'm going to do a little bit of watercoloring. I have some watercolor cardstock, just a couple little pieces of it, and I'm going to make 2 technique pieces. So I'm just smushing my ink pad down on my craft mat. This is going to make a nice little color palette for me. I'm going to grab my Distress sprayer and spritz that down, get it nice and wet, and we're going to dip this cardstock right into it. And we got some color going on. Obviously we're not stopping here. We're going to dip and we're going to dab, and we're going to heat to dry it. I want some more pink on here, so I'm just going to dab my pink It's a Girl right onto the craft mat, add some more water and dip that in. Some really cool effect happening right there. Gonna do some more. When you do this technique, you're gonna add layers and layers. Don't be afraid of just keeping on going. Just adding layers just adds a bunch of fun dimension to your little watercolor piece. I'm gonna dip again. I think I need or want more pink, so we're dipping that It's a Girl onto the craft mat again. Let's pull up some more pink. Oops. Pull up more Tutti Frutti and yellow, Tiara. You can see when I tilt my cardstock, it gives me some little drippies going on. It all adds interest to the technique piece. Now when it's dry, I can take the Distress sprayer and just very gently pull down on the nozzle, and it kind of spits out a bunch of big droplets. So you can see it reacting with the ink there, and you get a really interesting look. You can let it just sit, or you can dab it with paper towel, removes that ink and gives you some really nice fun water droplets. From there, you can be done, or you can keep dipping. I'm gonna add some more water. I think I'm gonna add a little more Tiara. Get some more yellow in there. I'm going to use my Distress sprayer again to just do big drops on there. I think I'm going to clean up while I'm waiting for those drops to dry. And then I'm going to take my paper towel and I'm just going to dab those up. Now, of course, if you want more, you can just keep spritzing and spraying and dipping and having a whole bunch of fun until you get the look you want. I'm going to do the very same thing with Garden Party. Maybe I'll add in a little Fiesta Blue and Lime Ricky. That looks awesome. That's not our final look though. Now look at that. That is so cool. All of that is just going to add a bunch of depth and interest to this technique piece. Now I'm going to do the drops again. I'm going to dab them up with a paper towel, and then we're going to move on to the next part of the project. So now I'm going to run the Blossom die through the Big Shot with each technique piece. I'm actually going to cut it twice. We'll set that aside, and then we'll do this. And for this one, I really only need the flower, so I'm going to do it on the bottom. I'm not going to get all of the pieces completely die cut because I'm only going to need the flower done. Next, I'm going to run this through with some black cardstock. I'm going to do it twice. So for the next step, we're going to do inlaid die cutting. So I want to take my black outlines and I want to, let's see. So I had to die cut this twice more because there was one little spot on this one. You know what? I didn't even check this one, but no. No, this one came out good. But there was one little spot here that got stuck. So, you know, learn from my mistakes. Usually when I'm cutting an intricate die cut, I pass it back and forth through the Big Shot, usually about 3 times. If it's one that I've used and I know that it's from time to time, it has a little tricky spot, I will add a little shim, so maybe like a little piece of copy paper or something like that to make the sandwich on the Big Shot a little bit tighter, and that will help make sure all of the pieces get die cut. So now I'm just going to go ahead and poke out all of these little pieces. So now I have them all punched out, all the little pieces out, and I have 2 beautiful, intricate swag die cut pieces of black cardstock. Now next I'm going to add, I have some multi-medium gloss. I'm just going to add this to the back of the die cut. As I was doing this, I thought, you know, probably would have been a really good idea with this one to do some stick it behind this so that basically this die cut was turned into a sticker. But I didn't think ahead, so again, learned from my mistakes. Using glue is absolutely perfect, but if I had added that stick it behind here and then die cut it, then I would have been able to just peel off the back and add it to my project, and it would have been a sticker. So that would have been really super convenient. So this is multi-medium gloss and it dries clear, so hopefully even if it smushes out the side like it might do, it'll dry clear, so I'll be okay. So I'm just going to add it to most of the back here and then just adhere it to my card layer. So now we have something looking pretty gorgeous, and we can add a greeting and just kind of be done, and it looks awesome. But we're going to add on from here. So I'm just going to add in some of this multi-medium gloss, and we're going to put it in each little part of the flower. And then we're going to take out all these little guys and just lay them right in top. So this is where our inlaid die cutting comes in. And you could lay it right on top and just kind of push those pieces through and kind of position them in the openings, and you're done. Okay, so I'm noticing that I have a bud here and here. So I did cut it out with this one, but I missed it on the other 2, so I'm going to have to go back to my Big Shot and punch out those pieces. And then I'm going to take this piece and do the green. Now I have just this one last little leaf piece to go, and I am really happy about how this is turning out. I think this looks absolutely gorgeous. I think it's super fun to have the watercolor, if I can grab this little piece. I think it's really fun to have the, you know what, here we go. I'll do my quick stick because that'll, you know, the quick stick has a little bit of gummy on the end here, so I'll be able to hold on to that little pesky piece. There we go. Ah, Now it's upside down. Okay, here we go. Yes, there, I got it. As I was saying, I really think it's super fun little punch to have the Technique piece in here like that, rather than just plain cardstock or colored cardstock, which also would be beautiful, but I just think the Technique piece looks really, really stunning. Okay, so now I will finish up with these. So I'll just finish up these leaves here, and then we'll add a sentiment. So I have all my pieces inlaid into the gorgeous die cut, and I'm going to add this to a black layer, and then we got to do a sentiment. You know, I usually don't like to do the sentiment after I do the rest of the card, but it is what it is. Hopefully I won't mess up, but since I have my Misty, I should be just fine. I was looking to use a sentiment from here or a sentiment from here, but I am feeling like a sentiment from here is going to be better, specifically this one. So I'll grab that love and I'm going to line it up, nestled right down into that swag. I'm going to grab the Midnight ink pad and we'll stamp that sentiment. I'm going to do it a couple times just to make sure. Got a nice dark crisp black. Add some adhesive to the back and mount this onto a white card front. And that's it for my take on the Unexpected Layering Masterclass. Hope you guys enjoyed and you're inspired, and I'll see you soon.